Average Pat's Movie Reviews.
Hi everyone, Average Pat here to sit to chat today about the movie Night Hunter. Officially it was released in 2019. There is one by the same name that was released in 1996. And oh my god, I don't even want to know what that one was about. Just from the picture on the cover of the poster, Anyway, this version of Night Hunter is directed by David Raymond and stars Henry Cavill, Ben Kingsley, Alexandra Daddario, Stanley Tucci, Brendan Fletcher, Minka Kelly, Nathan Fillion, Mafo, I don't know how to pronounce the name, unfortunately, Quaho. I don't want to pronounce it wrong. I apologize if I did. And Emma Tremblay. A couple other smaller roles that are in there. But the main idea is... the main premise of this movie is a burned out guy down on his luck. He's got a divorce that he's going through. Detective, played by Henry Cavill, long hair and a scruffed up face, which is a little bit different from his Superman role. He's trying to find a man who's been kidnapping and abducting and murdering women, and finds out that he's doing the same thing that a vigilante is doing, and the vigilante is actually surprisingly played by Sir Ben Kingsley, which is a different twist from what I expect from Ben Kingsley doing roles. My respect for Sir Ben Kingsley is incredible. The man's done just innumerable movies that are beyond incredible. My favorite of his was The House in Sand and Fog, which is a powerful, just an overwhelmingly powerful role for him to play and portray. So to see him in a role like this with just as much passion for something you wouldn't expect was impressive, but neat to see. Alexandra Daddario is the psychological profiler of this department that Henry Cavill works at. And they come across a person who believes they found the right way to find this person. They capture him and start realizing something's just not quite adding up. They finally get him in, bring him in for custody, have a whole situation taken care of, and when the police are investigating the scene of what they think it is, somehow a chemical is released and it kills 6 police officers. Everything just goes to hell. They thought they had the person, or do they have the person? They're not sure if they dropped the ball, or if this person's got outside help, or if he set it up intentionally to sabotage them while they're investigating. Nobody's quite sure exactly what's going on, which keeps you guessing, which is impressive. The only problem with this movie is it's 98 minutes long. That's a really short movie for so much to be involved in, especially when they try to throw a twist at you. And the couple twists that show up, they don't address how they would be handled by the appropriate people in the movie. One scene involves a situation that you know is going to be explosive, is going to be bad, it's going to be horrible, no matter what happens. It's going to be a big deal, and it really isn't. And it's like, well, what the hell was the point of setting that all up if you're not going to go through with it? And how do we get from point A to point B and not explain, okay, point B is pretty messed up, but we're going to overlook it because this is what happened? They don't address that. And to me, that was very frustrating. It was a shame because with a list of like this of the names, my God, Stanley Tucci, Nathan Fillion, Ben Kingsley, Cavill, Daddario. I mean, the names are just incredible. They put a great movie together, and it seems like they really dropped the ball with the overall story, and it's very upsetting. The cinematography was back and forth. It wasn't really anything phenomenal. Some of the camera angles were interesting, but there was no real, wow, it's a great angle, or what a great use of a fade, or, what a clever transition. Same with the soundtrack. Nothing really stood out, which kind of disappointed me. I'm a big soundtrack and score fan, and I love a good suspenseful score. This one really didn't have one. It really didn't seem long enough to really make one that powerful enough. Again, the acting's done very well. Pardon me. The acting's done very well. The roles were filled very well by the people. The passion for the roles were there. The story wasn't. The overall backstory of the characters didn't feel right. The overall reactions they had to certain situations, it just didn't work. And honestly, when you get to a point like that with a short movie like this, it's very frustrating because you kind of look at it sideways right from the get-go. My rating for this is easily just a 2. With such an impressive cast, I expected so much more of it. Unfortunately, this was not, well, fortunately for them, I guess, this was not a theatrical release. This was more, it came out, I believe, in the Los Angeles Film Festival in 1990, or excuse 19, oh my goodness, 2018, and then was released officially in 2019 on Amazon Prime, where I watched it. With that, like I said, with the cast like that, my goodness, how could I not want to watch this movie? Unfortunately, it kind of left me disappointed. You may like it, you may enjoy it. To me, it seemed very similar to a book written by a very famous author that was did horror stories in the 90s. I'm not going to give away the name of the author or the story because that would ruin the movie because most people remember that book. But when the twist happened, it was kind of like, well, that's disappointing. I saw that coming a mile away. And like I said, it's very similar to the story that I know from the book. Overall, again, I only give this a 2. It's a good if you've got nothing better to do, if you're supposed to sit at home and stay away from public events like most of us are right now. It's a good movie to watch. It's entertaining. There is a great cast, and they do their jobs well. Just the story kind of was a little lacking. If you like this and appreciate this review, please like it on Facebook. If you like any of my reviews, like all of them on Facebook. Subscribe to my YouTube page. Click on the notification bell so that way you know when I put up new reviews. I'm going to be doing a lot more reviews of Amazon Prime movies that are exclusive to Amazon Prime and Netflix, and possibly some Hulu and Disney Plus. It depends on what new comes out and exciting out of those for movie wise. I look forward to coming up with more reviews for you and expanding my window of reviewable stuff. If you have any suggestions or things you want me to review, give me a comment. Let me know. I'm always open for suggestions, even if it's an older type movie. I have a pretty diverse list of owned movies. I'm trying to finish up the spreadsheet of that, and I will post that to my Facebook page. If you guys are interested in that, give me a heads up, let me know. And if you want me to review anything on that, I'm always willing to. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great night.